Hello everyone, welcome to a special show today of Relentless Reviews. I'm your host, as always, Joshua Englander. But today I'd like to welcome two of my friends from the BrownGamersCLAN channel. I'll put the link in the description. Nicholas Kerwin and Kadir Termizi. So they're very happy to be here, of course. You should definitely go out check out their channel. As I said, I'll put the link in the description. But I brought them on today because there's been a debate that's been raging on the internet, as they're aware of, for almost an entire year, Battlefield 3 versus Modern Warfare 3. So finally, we're going to tell you our thoughts. Which game is better? Which is the first-person shooter of the year? So let's begin with the campaign. Personally, for me, I think Modern Warfare 3 is more cinematic. It has amazing action set pieces. There are plot holes, and it's a silly story, but it's more entertaining, even if Battlefield is trying to go realistic. Nicholas, what do you think?
I believe that in Battlefield 3's campaign, I believe more of a realistic-esque approach than it is entertaining in its own sense, just to watch it. But there are cinematic elements in between missions and objectives and such. Like in the first mission, when you're playing in Iraq, one of your Marines gets shot and it goes slow-mo. So it definitely is entertaining to watch that. And it definitely gets you going. You're like, okay, good, cinematic, little break. Now we can bring it back into the game.
Kadir, what do you think?
I thought Call of Duty had excellent cinematic sequences. Like I felt like I was watching Saving Private Ryan. Unbelievable, satisfying end to the campaign. If you're a true Call of Duty fan, you would love it. You'd just be like, "Wow, Infinity Ward brought what I wanted. Like this is what I would have done if I was part of them." And just like I was blown away. Just like what happened and like the way story ended. Like I said, was great.
All right, so I think we are all sort of in agreement that Modern Warfare 3's campaign was more entertaining. Yes, Battlefield 3 is more realistic, but it's all about entertainment. And the fact is that Modern Warfare 3, I think in all our views, gets the job done better than Battlefield does. But let's go on to our next category, multiplayer, which of course is probably the one that everyone will talk about. Battlefield 3, to me, has way better maps than Modern Warfare 3. It has vehicles. The maps are obviously much wider. You got maps like Caspian Border. People are talking about one of the best multiplayer maps ever. But you still got Modern Warfare 3. The multiplayer, to many people, still is extremely addicting. I mean, you got survival mode and Spec Ops. What do you guys think about this? What multiplayer to you still is the one you're going to be playing, years from now?
I definitely think that in Battlefield 3's multiplayer, it's definitely more fun to play on a squad with your friends than to go like a lone wolf. And also with vehicle combat, it's definitely a much of a game changer with like tanks and jets and buggies. And I know from personal experience, I find the buggies to be incredibly addicting to drive just because they're really lightweight and they're fun to.
All right, so Kadir, what do you think?
Kind of like what Nick said. One thing about Battlefield 3 is like the vehicles. I like how they integrated vehicles and like made it like as realistic as possible with the war and like just like adding every element of it. But like Call of Duty, once again, just like the addicting aspect, like you said. It's just like it will make me more addicted, and it's like I just love it, and yeah.
All right, so you think Modern Warfare 3 is still more addicting now?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so that's their thoughts on the multiplayer. Now let's go on to our final topic, the graphics and audio. Now let's start with Battlefield 3, and we have a video to show you that will express the graphics in Battlefield 3. So let's check that out.
Oh my god. Okay, so for Battlefield 3's graphics and audio, what the? I was scared. Oh my god.
Well, what do you guys feel like the graphics in this, even from this trailer alone, even if you had never seen any other trailer, you would have been blown away?
Without a doubt. Battlefield 3's graphics are definitely much more groundbreaking and much more of a joy to watch than, say, Modern Warfare 3's. Whereas they're still kind of like Modern Warfare 2's engine, just a little bit more revamped. With Battlefield 3's visuals, as you can see, they're very, very lifelike. It seems like you're actually there, witnessing these events as they unfold. Definitely, Battlefield 3's graphics are just much more of a stepping stone towards epic gameplay.
Yeah, and Kadir?
Kind of like what Nick said, the Battlefield 3 graphics were amazing. Like I was like very anticipated when this game first came out with when the gameplay trailer came out, when everything was exploding, buildings
That's what everyone
falling.
was talking about.
Yeah, Frostbite's new engine. It was like so hyped. They attacked Call of Duty when they said it was going to come, and even on the trailer it says above and beyond the call. You can clearly tell it's a subliminal message. They are clearly attacking it. I like the way they did it. The graphics are just like everybody's. I know I'm reiterating it, but it's just amazing. I was disappointed with the Call of Duty graphics on Modern Warfare 3. It looks like Modern Warfare 2. It runs kind of like Modern Warfare 2, but I mean, it's still not that bad for today's standards.
Well, that Kadir just gave us a preview of what he thought, but to the viewers, let's check out the trailer for Modern Warfare 3 and its graphics. So, I mean, as you can tell right away, as Kadir pointed out, the Modern Warfare 2 engine compared to this one, it does look similar. Wouldn't you agree, Nick?
Yeah, I definitely agree. It definitely looks a lot more like Modern Warfare 2, just like a continuation of the story, just in the same exact engine, just a little bit more revamped, a little bit more graphically, I would say juicy in a way. Definitely the light reflections in the trailer are just much more like noticeable than Modern Warfare 2's engine.
Yeah, I mean, the real question, I guess, is that are you disappointed with that? Because let's face it, 2 years ago, those graphics were amazing for Modern Warfare 2. Everyone was talking about, including myself, how amazing it looked. And 2 years later, you do have Battlefield 3, but I still think these graphics still hold up pretty well. They're not, they're not the best, obviously, out there anymore, but they still are good, and they're good enough for me anyway. I mean, and Kadir said it's similar to Modern Warfare 2, but is that really a bad thing? I mean, Kadir, you would tell the viewers, is it really a bad thing to have a similar
that's
engine?
not a bad thing, but like when you've seen Modern Warfare 2's graphics and then like 2 years later, I mean, it's not a lot of change. Like it does get a little annoying because like maybe when you see Battlefield 3's graphics and like how great those are, and you look at like Modern Warfare 3's graphics and they're just like meh. I mean, they're like you could tell that hasn't changed that much, and Battlefield 3's predecessor, Bad Company 2. Battlefield Bad Company 2, those graphics have not even that bad too. They're great also, but they're much different when they made Battlefield 3.
All right, so that's been our 3 topics. So overall, I guess we gotta say which games we think are better. That's what all the viewers want to know. I think Battlefield 3 is better, mainly because I feel like there's just more reason for any kind of gamer who's not particularly a first-person shooter fan, but if he wanted to try shooter out, or she, Battlefield 3 is probably the better choice just because the graphics are amazing, the audio is amazing, it's a higher engine, it's a stronger engine. But that's my thoughts. I think Battlefield 3 is better. Nick, what do you think?
It ultimately depends on your variation of entertainment. Like, if you really want to get a game where you want a multiplayer they're going to play by yourself, you don't have to wait for your friends to come online and go play it. And it's definitely much more addicting gameplay. I would definitely go with Modern Warfare 3. But if you want like a great game engine where you can play with your friends in an epic way with like squads and vehicles and have just amazing visuals and to watch your gun actually like fly back at you when you shoot, it would definitely go with Battlefield 3 in that
All right, so Kadir's the one to tip the scales, and he chooses?
I choose Modern Warfare 3. I don't know, it just makes me want to keep coming back. Each game, I love everything about it. I mean, I know it's very similar to Modern Warfare 2, but like I love how they added the game modes like Team Defender and Kill Confirmed, and it just adds a little bit new aspect. And same thing with the Survival and Spec Op modes. Just new missions, new challenges to do, and it's very fun.
All right, so you heard our thoughts on Battlefield 3 versus Modern Warfare 3. So comment below and tell us which game you think is better and why. And overall, I mean, I think we had a good debate here, guys. Thank you so much for coming in. Again, Nicholas Kerwin and Kadir Termizi, they both represent the Brown Gamers Clan channel, and you should definitely check out some of their videos. It's good entertainment, just good for some random entertainment. I mean, and for video games, they have a passion for video games, obviously. So that's another show of Relentless Reviews. I'm your host, Joshua Englander, as always. Please remember to subscribe to my channel and their channel, and remember to check out my website, www.relentlessreviews with a Z at the end, not an S, .webs.com. Thank you so much for watching.